Alright, so anyway, we hooked up this thing. I had a guy come and put this on there and put this hook at the here, and I got the gas turned off, but I still smell some gas. So the way this works is I'm going to turn this on. It's going to take 10 minutes. 10 seconds to warm up. Once it's warmed up, we've got to bring it down to this lowest level where you just hear the ticking. Okay, now we can test it. So it looks like we got gas coming out of here. Yep, without a doubt. That is not good. So I gotta call somebody and have them fix that. So we definitely got a problem. I gotta figure that out. Alright, so anyway, I'm gonna squirt some of this on here and see if I see any bubbling. And I don't see anything there. You would see it on this joint. So it's got to be coming from inside the wall here. So that's got to be all torn out. So I think we're going to have to open up the wall to find out where that gas is coming from. All right, so we turned our gas off. That's perpendicular to the line. When you run it with the line parallel, it's on, and he's going to lock it, and that's going to keep people from killing themselves. So the leak is inside the wall, and I had to tear out all of the plasterboard and expose that area. And we checked it out again with the gas detector, and it of course registered gas inside there, as you'll see. So I busted out more of the wall to try to get an idea of exactly where the leak was. All right, so anyway, we tore all this out, and I'm gonna have to cut this, and you can see there's a kink inside the pipe right here. So, and it, it's in the concrete, and there's a stud right here. I'm gonna have to move that stud out. I don't think I have enough room to do shark bites on this, so I may have to pop out the concrete too, which it looks like it's gonna be not gonna be easy. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna bring this up higher here. I'm gonna cut this all out so I have more room to work. So I tore up a little bit more of the drywall and tried to expose more of the studs so I could get a better picture. So we're gonna have to go into the concrete, which means it's gonna be inside the structure of the interior of the building. To cut the drywall stud, we're using a Sawzall, but it's very tight space, as you can see, so it's kind of hard to get to it. So we had to go ahead and get a pry bar in there and just kind of get it behind there and just bust that thing out of there. It's the only real way to do it, and then, use the Sawzall. But we finally got it out. And we had to get that bottom piece off too, so we sawed it, and then of course had to get the pry bar in there again and crack that sucker out of there. All right, so we're getting closer. As you can see, this pipe is really flattened out. I don't know how they got away with this. But you got to remember, this building was built in 1946. So this concrete is hard as you can possibly imagine. So we got to cut all this out. We're going to have to bust through there and find some good pipe. All right, we're going to go with the jackhammer. That looks a little bit more.
Okay, so there's a fitting right there.
There's a fitting there?
Yeah.
Oh, right there, yeah.
It could just be a coupling. But...
yeah. What do you think? Pipe looks kind of clean down that far.
Right. So that's what I want to do. I just want to get to something clean. So now that we're able to connect to it safely, that's what we'll do.
Looking good.
something we can work with now.
Now we got something to look at.
Yeah.
Now we've got it opened up. Looking pretty good. All right. Now we just got to clean all this mess up.
So we needed a little bit of an angle for the pipe, so we did a small bend to the outside so that we could cut it. Then we used the regular pipe cutter that you would find in any plumbing to cut copper pipe. You put it around the pipe and then you just got to kind of turn it until you get it to the point where it is cut. And there we go.
All right, so now we've cut off the pipe and we're going to put this flared nut on there. And then that's our next move. As you can see, we went right into the other guy's apartment. What are you going to do? So this thing here is a flare, right?
No, this is to kind of resize the pipe.
So that resizes the pipe down there. So now that pipe should fit that. It looks a little oblong. Interesting.
That's a good one, Tom.
Getting there, one step at a time.
Take care of that.
So that goes way down on there, huh?
Well, I need that to go further down so we can get this going.
Oh, I see.
All right.
So this is what gives it its circular.
This is what's going to flare it to accept the fitting on the other side.
Okay, cool. And then this thing here goes on that and tightens down. Slide it right up, it looks like. And then all right. So that tightens it and makes it more circular, or?
That sets the size. This, you'll see it now. This flares the edge so it opens up like this to receive the cone-shaped fitting.
Aha, I see what you're saying. So it flares it open up,
Right.
and then that cone-shaped fitting slides in there and kind of like
Exactly. It flares it to the perfect size to receive that fitting.
so it gives it a really good seal.
Exactly.
I'm getting it. I'm gonna come and work with you.
Come on, we need plumbers, man.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
That's why you're working late.
Yep.
And as you're turning that, it's flaring it.
Yes, sir.
And that copper looked pretty good when we cut it. I mean, it was
Yeah, it was good.
definitely good inside.
Yeah.
And now you gotta Reverse everything, huh? That comes fast though, that one. And this one should, you know. And I guess you know it by feel, don't you?
Yeah.
Just from doing it so many times.
Yeah, well, you heard it click. It was kind of,
Yeah, I could hear the clicks.
yeah, that was it.
Okay, now, oh yeah, look, it's nice and flared.
Yeah.
Looks good, huh?
Yep.
Nice and clean.
Yep.
All right, now what do we do? So now you got to pull that up into that flare.
There you go.
I see, yes. All right, excellent. So far, so good. This is a hard thing to
Man,
work in.
yeah, these close quarters, man. Not the easiest thing to deal with.
So now this is tightening that up on that, and it's like flared into it.
Yeah.
And what do they call the head that goes into that? It's
So this is a T. A flared T.
that's a flared T.
Yeah.
All right, so that looks good. And now we're just going to run that end right off of it, right?
Exactly.
Right there. And so we just put that on there, and that's it.
Yes, sir.
Oh shoot, that was easy. No, it wasn't.
Well, it's just, you know, the connection is simple. It's just to get everything in line.
You have enough of an angle on it?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, let's do this again.
We're going to put some more of that goop on, right? And that makes it easy to take off later.
Yeah.
Does it also add a seal to it at all, or like?
I think, well, with this, the seal is actually with the flare itself.
Mm-hmm.
So this doesn't really make a difference. It's
So
just,
this is called the flared edge too, right?
Yeah.
And that pushes into that flare.
yeah, you could call it the male.
So you get male and female ends.
Yes, sir. Let's see. This is gonna go back in like, I'm assuming this, let me clean up so that we can.
Yeah, so you turn it like that. That should work. We need to knock out more of the wall. Maybe not. Can you fit back there okay?
Always have a trouble with these tight spaces.
I know, it's like
Not young.
what
and-
happens when you're big,
Yeah, man.
you know? Large and in charge, man. so now all we got to do is clean up our little mess here, and you know, maybe I'll have to fill that in with something. I don't know what. But we'll figure that out afterwards. After we test it tomorrow when we turn the gas on. All right, so we got the gas on here. This one's got an electronic ignition.
Mm-hmm. Your valve is open.
So let's. Oh, I see what you're doing. Instead of electronic ignition, you're just lighting it.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
I hear the gas coming through.
There you go. It's on. It's just really light blue, but it's there.
It's there.
Just
Yeah.
put your hand like this.
Oh yeah. And how about underneath here, on the
It's
bottom
the
of
same. It's electronic on the bottom.
on the broiler?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should be okay there.
Yes, sir.
I don't have it plugged in, so should we test it
That's what now.
with this thing?
No, because I mean I tested out there. You are good. Your manometer will not fail.
Okay.
Yeah, you are good.
So we're good.
Well, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep. That's so. I think it is.
Just in case you wanted to.
See anything? You'd see like a little bubble coming up.
Yeah, you can see bubbles and everything.
No bubbles.
Fine, good plumber that took care of that.
Excellent.
Feed.
All right, so I got her back on, and the way it works is, bam. I mean, you can barely see the flames, but they're there. Just gotta put your hand over it, you'll feel it. And so that's how it works. Bam, done.